The next topic is flood hazard. The accumulation of large quantity of water at a place or the flow of more water than that can be handled by the drainage of the area is known as flood. The cause of floods are heavy rains, melting of ice during volcano eruption, undersea earthquake, marine landslide. These are all coming under natural causes. For man-made, it is bank erosion and breach of dam. There are different types of floods, such as flash flood, river flood, coastal flood. Flash flood, it occurs within hours of heavy rainfall. It may also be caused by dam failure or other river obstructions. River flood are caused by precipitation of over large catchment areas or by melting of snow or sometimes both. Coastal flood, it is associated with the cyclonic activities such as hurricanes, cyclones, and so on. Next, we have discussed about effects of flood. There are three effects: primary effect, secondary effect, tertiary effect. Primary effect it is due to direct contact of flood water, which cause physical damage. Secondary effect it's due to result of primary effect, which cause disruption of essential services. And territory is due to combined effect of primary and secondary effect, which cause a long-term effect. So, in order to understand this, I have given the picture for primary, secondary, and tertiary. Next, methods of flood prevention. First, plantation on slopes that helps in regulating river flow and controls soil erosion. Second one is drainage management that improvement of channels by removing debris and sediments helps in regulating the rate of river flow. Third one is floodplain zoning that can be managed by dividing them into different temporal plots. And fourth one is forecasting. So possible damage can be minimized by forecasting the occurrence of floods and warning the people about the possible danger. Next, we have discussed about fire hazard. So fire hazard includes all type of live flames, causes of sparks, hot objects, and chemicals that are potential for ignition or aggravate a fire to become a large and uncontrolled. There are different types of hazard: fire hazard, exposure hazard, internal hazard, personal hazard. Exposure hazard sometimes a fire spreads into a building through a open air from adjacent buildings or same building. That is exposure hazard. Internal hazard. This type of hazard causes damage or destruction of the building itself. Personal hazard. The possibility of loss or damage caused to the life is personal hazard. Causes and effects of fire. First, we have discussed about the causes. Improper storage of inflammable materials in and around the premises, cooking accidents, smoking, improper electrical wiring, oil leakage, waste materials. So these are the causes. The effects are the different materials produce different gases when it ignited by fire. The effects of these gases are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, nitrogen dioxide. So here carbon monoxide. So this gas it hampers oxygen from reaching the brain. It is most abundant of fire gases and it is invisible and odorless. Carbon dioxide it over stimulates the rate of breathing and it is thus responsible for increasing the intake of other toxic gases. And third one is hydrogen sulfide. It affects the nervous system. And fourth one is nitrogen dioxide. It is extremely toxic. Next, fire protection. So in order to understand the fire protection, we should understand the fire triangle. The triangle, it illustrates the three elements: heat, fuel, and oxygen. So in order to protect the fire, we have to remove any one of the element from these three. Next, we have discussed about source of fire hazards. There are different types: class A fire, class B, class C, class D, and class K fires. Class A fire, it is also called as ordinary. Class B is flammable. Class C is electrical. Class D is metal. And class K is cooking. The examples for the types of fires are: for class A fires, examples are wood, plastic, textiles. Class B, flammable liquids and gases. For class C, electrical. For class D, easily oxidate metals like aluminum, magnesium, titanium, and zirconium. For class K, the examples are extremely active oxidases, nitric acid, even cooking oil, or some animal fat. Next, we have discussed about the types of fire extinguishers. So, based on the types of fire sources, here also there are five types of fire extinguishers: water extinguisher, foam extinguisher, powder extinguisher, carbon dioxide extinguisher, and wet chemical extinguisher. So, in order to understand how we have to use the types of a fire extinguishers to types of fire sources, I have given this image. For example, if it is water fire extinguisher, we can use only for class A fire sources, that is ordinary materials like paper and wood, and we should not use for other type of fire sources, and the rest of them are given in this image. Next, how we have to operate it. For that, we have to follow the concept of pass. 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 P stands for pull the pin. A, aim at the base of the fire. S, squeeze the lever. And S again, sweep from side to side. So this is how we have to operate the fire extinguisher. And very important concept is water expelling extinguisher. Sometimes they are asking in 60 mark question. There are three types of water expelling extinguisher: soda acid, gas pressure actuated, and constant air pressure. So here we have discussed about soda acid type fire extinguisher in detail. So in this image, we have a knob, bottle, sulfuric acid, sodium bicarbonate. The knob, it is also called as plunger. So here, when the plunger is struck, the acid which is in the bottle, it ruptures. The sulfuric acid and sodium bicarbonate solution react together to release carbon dioxide gas. So the CO2 generated creates internal pressure which forces the water out of extinguishers. So this is how it works. Next, we have discussed about fire safety regulations. So these are the a group of buildings as per National Building Code, so which is classified into various groups, which is not in our syllabus, but we have to understand. So based on that, we have discussed about some fire safety regulations, in which first one is width of the road. The road which abuts a high rise building should be more than 12-meter width. Then second one is entrance width and height clearance. High rise building should have at least two means of access: one remote to other of minimum with 4.5 meter with height of clearance 5 meter. So here what I'm trying to convey is the entrance width must be a 4.5 meter and height of clearances must be 5 meter. The next we have discussed about setback or open space. If the sufficient open space around residential buildings is essential for free movement and operation of fire service vehicles, it must be 6 meter. For other occupancies, the setback shall have to be allowed as follows. For educational buildings, except for nursery schools, the open space shall not be less than 6 meters. For institutional buildings, again it should not be less than 6 meters. Assembly of buildings, it should not be less than 12 meter. For business purpose, it should not be less than 4.5 meters, and industrial buildings, it should not be less than 4.5 meters. For car parking, if the setback area is more than 12 meter, the provision for car parking can be done in the setback or open space with 6 meter. And for car parking furtherly shall have to be done at the basement with provision for minimum 2 ramps, one remote to other. Next we have discussed about staircases. For every high rise buildings, minimum 2 number of staircases. Width of staircases varies from 1 meter to 2 meter. For residential building, width of staircase should be 1 meter. Out of 2 staircases, one can be used as fire escape staircase, and staircase shall not be extended to the basement. Access to the basement from the ground should be through a separate staircase, and spiral staircase shall be provided up to 9 meter height. Next we have discussed about the lift. Minimum one lift capable of carrying minimum 8 persons weighing 545 kilograms are required. Landing doors of lifts shall open to ventilated lobby and shall have a fire resistance of 1 hour. One lift shall be designed as fire lift, and there must be a fireman switch, and collapse gates shall not be provided for the lift. So that's all in the fire prevention.